G'day throttlers and welcome back to the channel. Now at the time of filming this, I'm still on holidays, but I did want to put a bit of content up this week to give you a bit of an idea of my holiday and to give you something to look at as well. Now, since we've been down here on the south coast for holidays, we've had a great time. We've had a lot of good weather and we've had a lot of rain. We did our first concert in 2.5 years. We went to the Red Hot Summer Tour and saw some awesome Aussie artists. We've been out on the boat a couple of times when we've had good weather, out on the very beautiful Jervis Bay, and just relaxed and had a swim and had a really nice time. Now the rain has set in now and it looks like it's set in for the rest of the holiday. So I'm going to leave you with this footage, an interview that I did with Ross from Biker Talk a 1.5 years or so ago now. Now at the end, I'd love you to click on the Biker Talk link and subscribe to him if you're not already following Biker Talk. Now, Ross and the Biker Talk team are one of my favourite YouTube channels at the moment. So get over there, support Biker Talk, hit subscribe, watch some of their videos and tell them that Rob from Throttle Down Under sent you across. Anyway, folks, I'll be back on deck in the next week or two producing more Throttle Down Under content for you. Until then, stay safe, throttle on, and I'll see you soon.
G'day throttlers.
Hey!
Ross and Rob here from Two Bald and Bearded Bikers.
G'day, it's Rob here from Biker Talk, and today we're looking at the Street Glide Special from Throttle Down Under. G'day, my name's Rob. I've been riding since I was 15 years old and I don't know how to calculate that far back. When I was a young bloke and I lived on the northern beaches of Sydney, and I made a decision that I wanted to move to the country with my dad for a few years. And moving out there, everyone was riding dirt bikes and it was just like a natural progression. I ended up buying a Yamaha TY175 and it was an absolute rubbish bike. For what I was using it for. It was a trials bike. It was designed to climb mountains and I was trying to use it as a trail bike. And I wasn't keeping up with my mates. Push start all the time and plenty of carby rebuilds, but yeah, it got me started. The reason why I re-entered riding as an adult, I only restarted riding about 2 years ago. And to be honest, it was because I felt I needed that helmet time again. I needed to get out on the open road on my own. It's a cliche term and a lot of people say it, but it's that freedom. It's that meditation state you get into when you're riding, especially solo. And that's why I started riding again. So I've got the 2019 Street Glide Special from Harley Davidson. I bought this from Canberra Harley already with a Stage 2 kit on it. So it's got the exhaust, it's got a cam in it, it's got a street tune. And I guess Harley Davidson's always been my dream brand. My dad had a 1942 WLA Harley. I never knew it. He had it before I was born, but he talked about it a lot. And I think the Harley Davidson brand was burnt into my skin from a young age. And I just wanted to have one at least once in my life. But to me, this is my lifetime bike. This will be the bike that, I'll have other small bikes maybe, or off-road or whatever, but this will be in my shed the day that I die. So it's a 114 cubic inch, so I think that's an 1869 cc. Obviously being a Harley, the horsepower ranges aren't massive, but it's the torque that really pulls you on this. So the Stage 2 kit gives you a 475 cam, which creates the new Milwaukee 8 engine. Is a pretty smooth running engine. And to get that lumpiness of an old school Harley, you put a lumpy cam in it and it gives you the feeling of an older engine, but it also adds to the torque and horsepower as well. So it's got the 475 cam, it's got Vance and Hines exhaust on it, and you heard me roll up, it's not quiet. I have to be very caring in neighbourhoods. I keep the revs down nice and low, but yeah, other than that, yeah, it's loud. It's fun, it's big, and yeah, it's a dream bike. I'm a bit of a weekend warrior, but I like distance. Obviously, owning a Street Glide Special, it's not suited to do the small city rides, I like to get on a motorway or even a windy road and just go all day. I've got 3 second bike ideas. So the first one, I want to dabble in a little bit of adventure riding. And so I'm actually leaning towards the Suzuki DR650 because it's affordable, it's tried and true, you can do highway speeds and you can do some decent off-roading with it. I haven't ridden one, but I know people that have. And in fact, some of my friends have just bought one down in Victoria and they're loving it. So that'd be from the adventure side. I would love another city bike. The Moto Guzzi V7 ranges, they fascinate me. And I'm an addict to the V-twin, and just the fact that their V-twins turn sideways and it's a shaft drive. Yeah, that's a little city bike that I would really love. And then I've got a desire to build a chopper. Old school chopper, out of a Sportster, but really rake out the front end and have it like a real rat rod sort of chopper. So yeah, to answer your question, there's 3. My favourite place is also a challenging place for this, is going up Macquarie Pass. Like it's an amazing road, and it's an amazing road for cars and motorcycles alike. But to muscle this up Macquarie Pass at a fair rate of knots is exciting, it's scary, especially some of those ones where you're looking down over the cliff. But yeah, Macquarie Pass, going uphill, not downhill, my absolute favourite bit of road. I'd love to do the Nullarbor. I'd love to go across to Perth. I'd probably go one way and put the bike on a train to come back. But yeah, the Nullarbor would be one that I'd love to do. And obviously the Great Ocean Road. Spending time down there, I've driven the Great Ocean Road and it's a beautiful, when there's no traffic, it's beautiful. But I'd like to do that on my bike, without a doubt. It's my mental health escape. Getting on the bike and going for a ride, whether it's solo or with friends, it's just I come home feeling happy, feeling relaxed, feeling satisfied, I guess. So yeah, for me, it's a mental health escape. Knowing that you go for a ride and you have to have 100% concentration to get you home safely. And I think that anything you do that requires 100% concentration, it gives you a dose of adrenaline and it gives you a dose of endorphins. And they're just the combination for happiness, really. Never lose concentration, especially if you're riding in an urban or a suburban environment when there's cars around. Everyone's out to kill you. And I say that with happiness because, you know, we love riding. I'm not trying to scare anyone away, but you've got to be aware of it because, you know, you can be in an accident so quickly and we've got no protection on a bike. So yeah, never lose concentration. Yeah, I had a silly accident when I was young, in my 20s. When I was living in Avalon, I had my GPX 250. I'm not very good on spinning spanners, and my chain was loose. And me being a 20-year-old bloke in Avalon, I've come down into, there's an intersection in Avalon where it's 4 pedestrian crossings. And I've pulled up to the intersection and there's 2 really lovely looking ladies walking across. And so me trying to show off you've got to remember I was 20, all right? So I've done a hard acceleration to show off. My chain's fallen off, locked up my rear wheel and thrown me over the handlebars. Luckily I was doing almost no speed, but the pride was dinted. And what made it worse was they actually lifted the bike off me and helped me get back on the bike. And so I quickly put the chain on, didn't even take my helmet off. I said thanks and off I went. I was terribly embarrassed, but that luckily, and fingers crossed it stays that way, that's my only accident that I've had. Yeah, that's right, yeah. And I want to buy a V7 that's got a shaft drive.
If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And remember...
Oh, that's a lot of things to remember.
Can't buy
Isn't it funny that it's simple, but you can't buy happiness, but you can ride a motorcycle, and that's kind of the same thing. Is that it?
That's it.